What's going on, traders? We're back with another weekly forecast. First off, I just wanted to show you guys this Discord group I made. So far, I called it the Trading Hub, and my goal for that is just to build a community, a Discord community, full of people. We already got 10 people in here, and I want to keep it nice and clean. You got your home over here, economic news. We'll do all of our trade reviews here. Questions. I'm going to be posting helpful videos, not just from myself, but from other people as well. Then, we'll have our daily forecast. As you can see, I've already been talking in here, having a conversation with Langa and Kwanda. We'll talk about trades that we're all looking at for daily swings, for stocks as well. Then we'll have our voice calls down here. It's just something I've always wanted to do. Just build a nice little community of supply and demand traders, and we can all help each other and share ideas with each other. Because I think that we're all better traders with people that we can surround ourselves with that are also supply and demand traders. So if you want to, I'll leave a link to the group in the description, and I hope to see you guys there. Now we're going to be looking at my daily watch list. Let me just take a sip of coffee right here. Alright, first off, I'm not going to draw all of them out again. I'm just going to go off what I am looking at. For the daily, look at the bottom right here. But on Aussie US dollar, we're having a nice trend up. This supply broke this momentum line. That's why this supply ended up working out. Price is inside of this right now. I don't like this. I would not be trading from this area. Sorry guys, I'm a little stuffed up. I wouldn't be trading from that area. If anything, I want to wait for this to be broken. Then we can start looking for shorts. But until then, I'm sitting on my toes on the Aussie. Aussie CAD, we got some supply up here. I think that this is going to be broken. As you can see, it's been tested multiple times. You might have a nice trap situation up here as well, if you can see this. You have clear resistance right there. So support and resistance traders might be hopping on long above this level to get the breakout, but in reality there's some nice supply right there, and a bank might slam short. We don't know. But as far as now, I'm not gonna even trade from this level at all. Unless we break this low here, I'm not even gonna be looking for shorts. I'd rather short up here. And then the Aussie New Zealand, I think we talked about this in the group. Did I? Yeah. Maybe it was New Zealand USD. Never mind. Aussie New Zealand. Prices on an uptrend. We're in that daily supply, which is pretty nice supply as well. I do like the supply, so I do expect a bounce from here. The only problem, guys, is this demand right before the supply. It's not that far, so if you're on a smaller time frame, you could still get like a 2-3 to 1 maybe. Another thing to keep in mind is this little rally-based rally here. You might have some problems there. I bet you if you went on the 4 hour, the 4 hour up here. This is why I like to use 3 time frames, guys, because I can just quickly see. Okay, well it's not like there's a huge rally from the 4 hour, right? So that's what I see for demand. I'm waiting for. If you look at over on the 1 hour on my left, that's my momentum line. I'm waiting for that to be broken and some of the supply to be broken before I short. CAD yen, I don't even like this. Like, I'm just gonna completely skip this chart. It's in this range. I don't like playing these tight ranges, because let's just say I took this hour long right here. Oh well, now I'm up here. Now my risk reward is cut, right? So prices on an uptrend here on CAD CHF. I don't even like any of this. As far as demand, it's not the best demand at all. This supply has been tested, so what I would do, I would wait for price to make a new high above that, then possibly short, and give me my 4 hour confirmation as well. Looks like we already got it though, but now this is all tested. So the Swiss yen prices on a pretty clear downtrend here. You had a reaction off the supply. a pretty nice reaction. That's not demand. So as far as supply goes, there's not much you can do here because it's already tested. You already missed the opportunity. So Euro USD, I am long in this. I talked about that in my trade recap video. I am long from this 1 hour demand zone, but refined down to the 5-minute. Well, I'm long. My next target is up here at this daily supply, this daily selling area. I hope it goes up there. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know. I'm kind of biased right now, right? Because I am long. But in reality, the reason I did hold it over the weekend was because my first profit target was already hit. I only have half my risk on. This kind of looks like, what do you call that? I can't think of the word right now. Where banks are just taking a bunch of buy orders to push it up higher. That's kind of my thought process behind that. I don't know. Maybe it'll drop. We'll see. If anything, I'm already in the money, so I don't care. Euro GBP. This is one of the ones we talked about in the group. As you can see here, Euro GBP price is broken out of the range it was in for the past 2 months. 2 demand zones have formed in the daily. As you can see there. So yeah, price was in this little range here for like a month. Then 2 demand zones were formed. I mean, obviously I like this one better so far. This one is not a demand zone yet. I want to see some more candles up here, but I just drew it on anyways. I like this demand zone. The only problem is there's a lot of trading in this area. That's the only issue with that. So if this does end up being a demand zone, I kind of like this zone as well, even though it's a rally-based rally and it's not at the extreme, right? So as far as supply, you're going to have definitely some selling right around there. So there's some nice profit margin here if you can get along. Euro yen. Downtrend. This looks a lot like, yeah. So I'm not even going to go over it. The pound USD price is clearly on a downtrend. There's another little base drop supplies in there. I'm not going to draw it. As far as demand goes, I don't even really like this demand, like down here. I'll mark it just because it's at the extreme, but you know, price didn't really do anything. It didn't really remove any supply, didn't remove this momentum line. It didn't really do anything, so I'm not a fan of it. But as far as the supply and demand aspect goes, like, yeah, that's pretty cheap, so there might be some buyers down there. The pound Swiss, kind of the same picture. Yeah, basically the same thing. Pound yen, this is the one we were talking about in the group. They were asking me a couple questions. And where was it? Pound yen, same thing. A lot of basing before the daily demand zone that could force price break the demand it is in. So as you can see, we have some daily demand right here. Price is pushing down. This daily demand broke the momentum line and the supply. I like this demand. It's not at the extreme, but that's the basing that I like. The only problem is this. You got 2 zones forming right here. These look like drop base. This looks like a drop base drop. This looks like a rally base drop. So now, instead of it being like this, you see up here in my top right, see how that's nice move down? That's what you want. That's the approach that you want. Because this is all profit margin. Here, let's just say you get a long in from down here. Well, your profit margin is cut because that's where you're taking profit off, because that's daily supply now. Looks like the supply, right? Whereas if, let's just say this was the nearest supply, this is all red candles down, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Now the profit margin's cut. So, like I was telling Quanta here, I'll be looking at my entry time frame as well as my intermediate time frame, because I want that extra evidence that buyers are taking control. I kind of even want to see this supply removed. I might even just overall stay away from this, to be honest, just because this looks like it's legging down to have another push down based on this basing. We'll see. We'll come back next week and we'll see what happens. I'd be interested to see what happens there. I could be totally wrong too. I don't know. New Zealand US dollar. That's what I was talking about. It was the same thing. Some basing right before the zone. I'm not a fan of that. As you can see, it based and pushed pretty deep into the zone. So I'm not a huge fan of that either. I personally think that price is going to go lower. New Zealand yen. It's pretty sideways right now. This demand's all tested. Not a fan of that. Same kind of thing though, basing. So these pairs kind of all not the best right now. USD CAD, it's in this range. I have my alert set above this high to short a new high in here if I get confirmation. But since this is tested, I will now be looking for confirmation on my 4-hour as well as my 1-hour since it is tested. USD yen. You had nice. It came up in this daily supply. You had a nice confirmation right here, as you can see here on the left. It just never gave you that pullback, which sucks. Might be pulling back, but now the daily is tested, so now it's a tested zone. So now you can't take that as a set and forget anymore. You can, but I personally don't. What I want to see is for price to make a new high and then short with 4-hour and 1-hour confirmation. As far as demand goes, you had a nice trend down here. This broke this momentum line, so I like this area for longs. I definitely will be looking in here for longs on the 1-hour. Yeah. USD Swiss. This is kind of the opposite of the Euro USD. I'm thinking this is gonna drop. It's not the greatest chart. Last currency pair, USD Singapore. You got some supply up here. It's not tested. I don't mind it. I already have my trend line drawn out. I'm waiting for that to break. Once that breaks, if I like the zone, I would take a short. As you can see, this box, this is what's holding up price right now. As you can see, the wick came down and touched it again. And then for gold, I'm biased for gold. I think gold's gonna break 2,000 easily very soon. My predictions for gold are like out of this world. I don't even want to say it. It's probably embarrassing, but anyways, this is for Jokum. He likes gold, I guess. I do too. I don't really trade it though. But yeah, as you can see, price is in this range. Let me just draw that out. Oh, it's already drawn out anyways. But price is in this range. It's still in there. But I mean, it looks like now it's legging up to go a little bit higher. So yeah, that's what I see for gold. As far as supply goes, I don't even know. There's definitely some supply over here. We have a possible trap situation here. So then I'll look above that. Yeah, it's pretty all sloppy. I'm not even gonna draw it. But yeah, that's gold. That's all my watch list, guys. Hope that helped, and I hope to see you guys in this group. I think it's a good idea. Build a nice community with everybody, and hopefully we can all help each other out. So I hope to see you guys there. Link will be in the description. Take care, guys. Have a good trading week.